everything you love.
Well, at least we're good.
Oh, and I almost forgot. All of the tunes will be deleted, so...
Hi, Sonequa. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. How you doing?
I'm great. Oh my God, I love your hair. I love your
Thank you
outfit. I
so
love
much.
everything.
Thank you. And you're so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I got all dolled up because I'm so excited to talk to you.
Oh, I'm excited too.
You know what? Like, I've seen you in The Walking Dead. I've seen you in Star Trek and now in Space Jam. Like, did you see yourself joining all these major properties and were there any pressure for you?
Oh my gosh, I never in a million years would have seen myself. I just can't believe it. Still to this day, I take a look back and I go, really? Wow, God, this is amazing. I loved coming onto this franchise because, like you were saying, what I've done before, it's usually, gritty and intense and raw, and even though Star Trek Discovery has a little more buoyancy than Walking Dead, and because there's the hope for a better future and everything that's sort of infused in its identity, but yet still gritty in its own way. And now here I am doing this melding of sci-fi and family, and I've just never done it before. So it was kind of like having to, finding this brand new pair of shoes that I've never put on before and having to put them on and get comfortable. But once I did, it was so much fun.
I love that. I watched the movie and I loved it. I just couldn't stop laughing the whole way. And I just gotta say, the movie, just the whole franchise itself, it's iconic. I don't even need to say this, it's iconic. So could you share with me like how and why you got involved in the movie? I mean, it's Space Jam.
Exactly. It's Space Jam. And that's why. That's why. Because you're right. It is iconic. And the original is a classic now. And it was such a big deal in my home. I loved that movie, grew up on that movie, essentially. And so, being able to be a part of the sequel, and especially the sequel that is really doing it justice, in my opinion. I think it was modernized to perfection. And I think that it has all those things that you want that bring you back to your childhood, but it also has all these things that you can latch onto in this present day in 2021. And I think that's what makes me so excited and proud to bring it to this new generation, because I know that people today, youth and adults, will be able to latch onto it. And that is so exciting. That is so exciting to me.
That is so true. Okay, so I'm glad you mentioned that it was a huge thing for people back then, because now, 2 decades now, we have a whole new movie, and yes, it's modernized and stuff, but what is something brand new and exciting that's brought to the table from your perspective?
I will say that there is a lot more. The family itself, the James family, has a lot more, takes up a lot of space in the story.
In a good way.
Yes, in the best way. It's a cornerstone of the story, is this family and their dynamic and how they operate and how they navigate in this world. And of course, it's a successful family, and you have these 2 leaders co-helming this family. And I love the character of Kamaya for that. I love that you see just how integral she is, and how this family wouldn't be what it is without her, which is often the case, right? And so I think that is an element that is explored in a way that we don't see in the original, that I think is just perfect.
Thank you so much. I mean, unfortunately, that's all the time I have for you today. I wish I could hang out for a longer time.
I wish I could too. We would have a good time. This was a good time. Thank you.
Thank you. And I can't wait for Space Jam to come out in cinema so that every one of us could watch it and enjoy it. Thank you so much, Sonequa.
Thank you so much. So lovely to meet you. Bye-bye.
It was so lovely to meet you too. Goodbye.